We are ready to go live.
Are we
Okay.
live? Are we alive? We're
I don't know.
alive.
I'm thinking.
Greetings, salutations. Hello, hello. Hola.
I think we're live. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yay.
yeah, I'm live. It's me.
Yep. I'll just give
Me.
myself a
Is
hug
that
while
you?
I'm
It's
here.
me. Is that you?
Hello. We are, speaking of me and me and me, all in alignment with Anita A, Cheryl V, your stress reduction gurus. Woo, woo, woo. Coming live again, like we do every Friday. Why do I put on this weird voice? I wonder why.
Uh, well, because you put on the glasses and
Oh, it
then
changes
it
my
just,
persona.
it happens. That's what
I
happens.
yeah, I had to choose flyaway glasses today because my neighbor phoned this morning and said, I'm going to Costa Rica. And I'm like,
Oh,
yay you. But
yay, you. Yeah,
yeah.
yay.
Anyway, every Friday we get a theme, topics, cards from the Personal Paradise card deck. Tara Catherine Collins, Feng Shui, of course. Um, it's been an interesting week, and I already have three cards out. They all three flew out at the same time,
Of
which
course
was
they did. Okay.
interesting. Um, but we've had our youngest move back from Victoria to St. Albert, so my husband was gone and driving and stuff that he's going through, and he's gone into his house, but he wants to renovate. And oh my word, two shades of green on the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So there's lots of work to do in this house. It's like, that's interesting. We all have our own perspective, right? That just was a good reminder. Anyway, the three cards that flew out this morning are number 37, bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some work to do in his bathrooms. I'm sure these are all Taylor related.
Of course.
Number 41, secondary entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go in his front door, you can go downstairs. And when you come in his back door, you can go downstairs.
Ah,
So
yep.
100% Taylor related. And number 49, love and marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to show you something. These three all came out at the same time. Look at the border, the soft pink border in all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
And all three of them have the orange border on the inside, that fire energy.
Ooh.
And
Uh,
I
uh,
just want to point out that the color of my shirt today
mm-hmm.
matches the border.
Oh,
Not
well,
intentionally.
it's all about you.
It's
Really, it's all about you today.
no, it's all about Taylor today. But
That's funny.
anyway,
Before we get going, I just want to say hello to all the beauties that joined us this morning.
excellent.
We
Who's with
have
us?
all the way from New York, New York, Elle.
Diane.
Nice to have you join us, Elle. And we've got Carrie, who knows where the
Oh,
heck she is. Uh,
Arizona, I think.
Arizona, she's always traveling. And Lee, I'm not sure who you are, Lee, but welcome and
Thank
thanks
you.
for being here. And whoever else is joining, tuning in, whether it's, you can hashtag live or hashtag replay.
Replay.
I don't know
Very
what
cool.
that I'm going to do it right now, hashtag live. I don't even know what that does, but that's what you're supposed to do, right? What does that even mean?
What
Because
does
we
that even
never
mean?
know.
It's just something we say because somebody started it and we thought it was cool. All
Oh
right,
yeah.
where do you want to
Okay.
start? You want to talk about bathrooms, secondary entrances, or love and marriage?
Well, I like that secondary entrance that you were kind of describing,
Hmm,
and that might be a good learning here for everyone.
perfect.
Uh, right? So yeah, tell us about Taylor's house with the secondary entrance. Let's start
Well,
there.
the secondary entrance, you come in and you have to make a choice when you come in the front door, and you have to
Mm-hmm.
make a choice when you come in the back door. You're either going upstairs or you're going downstairs. So it doesn't matter which way you come in the house, the first thing you have to do is make a decision.
Ooh.
And I think a
Okay.
lot of this, and that really summarizes where he's at with what he's going to do with this place. He's got constant decisions to make.
Wow. Wow. Isn't that profound?
I think so.
Yeah. And so, for those of you listening and tuning in, and hello, Louise, nice to have you join us this morning.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, when you have those choices, right?
Hmm.
Like you say, you come in, whether it's the front entrance or a secondary entrance, and you have to immediately make a choice. So your eye or your attention
Hmm.
goes, "Whoa, whoa," and right away there's that confusion
Fusion.
or indecisiveness
Mm-hmm.
or something, right? And so how beautiful that we know feng shui and we can help tailor, we can help other clients, we can help you if you know someone that's in the same kind of situation. And clearly, by placing art,
Yes.
right? Placing something on the wall that draws your attention and that is more, directive. We call that directional art
Hmm.
or directional feng shui, in that now we're drawing the attention or the eye away from the stair that goes down, because obviously the first place you want to go is up,
Hmm.
right? Then you have to draw the attention, draw the eye up and away from that secondary, space, the stair going down. And
Exactly.
it's really easy to do. Again, a piece of artwork, maybe a floral arrangement that, that one is saying, hey, I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm coming up here. Um, Maybe it's the way that you arrange the coats or the shoes or
Hmm.
something, there's always something you can do. You just have to look at it from an energetic viewpoint and consider that where the eye goes, right? That's where energy flows. Where the energy flows is where your attention goes.
Exactly.
In this case, intention, because now you're going to intentionally direct the traffic to come up. And that will help to calm that indecisiveness,
Hmm.
not knowing which direction should I go. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? Because repeated action over time equals results. And what happens to the person that's living in that environment that is constantly being met with those challenges
Hmm.
or that conscious thought of, oh, which way do I go? What am I supposed to do now? Um, that is going to ripple out and affect other areas of their life. And as you
Exactly.
said, Cheryl, they just bought this home and
Hmm.
already they have decisions to be made.
Yep.
Ah, so
However,
yay. Is he
he's
open
fortunate.
to, is
He's
he
got me.
open? Is he open to feng shui eyes? Is he
Well,
open
you
to
know, I
some,
actually think Taylor would be. He has we've talked about art in varying. He's single and very handsome, by the way. Um,
hey,
but
well, hey
we've
girls,
we've
where are
talked
you?
about we've talked about art in partnerships, right? So instead of uh, something that's singular, having a duo
Hmm.
in the graphics, in the imagery, so that it's doing that subliminal work, and he gets that. So, but it's also a case of doing it a little bit at a time,
Mm,
right?
right.
Because he's going to be right now inundated with decisions. He's got lots of people giving him lots of ideas.
Mm.
He's got to be able to set his boundaries and go, okay, this is what I want to do. This is where I'm starting. This is where I'm going to go from here. And he's such a gentle soul that setting boundaries will be an interesting task for him.
Well, then I would suggest maybe you could give him that little gentle nudge and just said, "Oh, hey, Taylor, loved touring your house yesterday, and I had a little insight. This I think will help, yada yada." And just maybe, again, it
Hmm.
just has to be one thing.
Yes.
One thing can shift the energy of the entire space, the entire room take the attention, the focus away.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
100%.
So
First, we have to
yay.
paint the ceilings and the walls and. So there's a
Mhm.
lot of work to do before we get to art.
Yeah, but you know what though, Cheryl, really and
Mhm.
truly, again, it's that transitional stage. And
Yes.
and I think it's important, for the mental balance to actually have something now, whether the wall's painted or not, it can always be changed and moved.
Hmm.
But and as again, those contractors or the people that are coming in to do whatever in the house, the same thing, they need a clear direction.
Yes.
They need to know that they need to go this way or this way.
Hmm.
Um, so, even an arrow, contractors this way or something, right? Um, it would be really, I think, immensely helpful for
Hmm.
him.
Hmm.
But again, you know him, he's your
Yeah.
he's your guy. So
Yeah. We'll
um
get there one step at a time, right?
yeah, so again, for all of you listening
Mhm.
live or in the replay, what's happening in your entranceway when you're coming in? Is it coming in your secondary entrance? Is it coming in your front entrance? Look through your feng shui eyes, see what's going on. I recently changed our front entrance
You
around
made some
that
huge
it's
shifts in your front
beautiful,
entrance.
so that it's beautiful for both people coming in the front entrance and or the secondary entrance. And I also placed some directional chi.
Hmm.
Okay. So when I placed one of my plants and I had an artificial flower in it, I have the flower pointing to go inside the house. When I place the carpet on the floor, it has a pattern. The
Hmm.
pattern is moving inside. It's directing, and again, it's all those subliminal messages
Exactly.
that we're receiving, but we're not consciously aware of.
Hmm.
But again, you're here and you get us and feng shui eyes. So yay.
And you've touched your eyes a few times. So for those of us joining us for the first time, the reason we wear these fun glasses, well, there's two. One, we like to
Yeah.
dress up and be kids. Yay.
Mhm.
And three, well, that's two. That's one. Two is to get you to start looking at your environment through energetic eyes or your feng shui eyes, is what we like to call them.
Yeah.
All of that, everything is energy. So I'm just going to sit up a little straighter. Maybe I'll bring my screen down a little bit. Notice, so I've got my necklace on
Hmm.
and it is directing you over my right shoulder. Had I been thinking about this differently, I would have moved the sign
Hmm.
so that people are directed to creating
Wow.
sacred
Yes.
spaces, right? A subliminal message.
Hmm.
Now, if I only had one butterfly on these glasses instead of balanced, if there was on this side and I did this, now it's directing you
Yes.
subliminally to the banner. That's how directional art works.
Mm.
It's still
Mm.
everyday items that we use, we just use them with a different intention.
Mm. Ooh, I like that. And today is National Backwards Day or something.
It is? Oh,
Um,
cool. How
yeah.
fun. All right. Well, this could be really interesting.
Because I saw your post. Cheryl made a post this morning. It said it's National Backwards Upside Down Inside Out Day or something. Uh, and
All right.
again, that's a little bit of fun. Okay.
Yeah. All right. It's really hard to keep these glasses on and the butterflies are
Yeah.
flying upside. Yeah.
They're flying
We're
upside
gonna
down.
let the butterflies fly the way they're supposed to.
Uh, okay,
Too
well,
funny.
let's talk about what's the other card? Love and
Love
marriage.
and marriage and bathrooms.
Oh,
And that's an interesting partnership because
yeah. Well,
how are things in the bathroom for your love and marriage? Is it the quality or is it a constant battle?
and equality, right? Bathrooms,
Yep.
when you have a partnership, everybody's trying to have a shower, you know,
Sink
don't
time.
always have two sinks, right? What have you. And I know as women, Women tend to have more, hair
Yeah.
products and makeup, all that stuff. And the men kind of get shoved out, or the partner, right? So
Mm-hmm.
really, really important in keeping that healthy relationship, that intimate relationship, is to have spatial equality.
Yes.
And especially in the bathroom. If you have two drawers, then guess what? He gets one, you get one.
Yeah.
Don't put his stuff down the hall in the other bathroom.
No.
Because what you're doing is subliminally, right? Again, those subliminal messages say, yeah, you know what? You're not as important. Shh. And then pretty soon their clothes are in the closet down the hall in the spare bedroom. And pretty soon you're just gradually moving them out of your life. Now, if you want to do that, hey, you can use feng shui for that too. But if you want to, have that
Keep them in
beautiful
your life.
relationship, then you really have to look energetically and say, ah, are we sharing the space? Is there equality here? Is there the same, same energy
Mm-hmm.
happening?
Mm-hmm. And
And I'd love to hear some comments, right?
absolutely.
What's the
How
comments?
much space do you have in the bathroom, and how much does your husband, if you have a spouse, a significant other?
Mhm.
And it goes the same boat. If you're open to or looking for a relationship, you need to make energetic space for that person. So if right now you're single and you want a partnership, you need to make space in your closet. So imagine what it would be like to have someone in your space with you, right? Is there room in the bed for them? Is there room for their clothes in the closet? Is there room for their toiletries in the bathroom? When you start making energetic space for what you want, guess what? The universe will go, here you go, take it on, it's all yours.
We had someone join our 21-day decluttering boot camp a couple
Mm-hmm.
years back. And when we brought this awareness to her attention about the spatial equality, she realized that she had been consuming the large part of the spaces in the bedroom, in the bathroom, right? All of those storage areas. And she intentionally started shifting and making some space. And the shift
Yeah.
that happened in their relationship with her husband of 30 something
Mm-hmm.
years, she said it was, I
Huge.
mean, it was just mind-blowing, incredible. Because he was, first of all, he was just like taken aback
Mm-hmm.
that she had taken the time to create space for him, that there was this whole empty drawer. And it was like she was inviting him back into her life, back
Mm-hmm.
into her space, because all of his stuff was living in another room down the hall.
Yeah.
And the shift, I mean, they were having, she said, deep conversations. They were out walking together. Like, I mean, it just totally did a 360 turn on their relation
Relationship. Yeah.
just by creating some beautiful sacred space
And
for
just
that partnership.
think about this for a second. So what message are you sending? So if you're a person that has the majority, like in this case that Anita was talking about, the before, what message are you sending to the significant other when you have a higher priority on your stuff, your clothes, your jewelry, your junk, your paperwork? What are you sending? What message are you sending to your supposedly significant other?
Mhm.
That you have a higher value in your dresses that you wore in high school because you're not willing to give them up than your husband.
Mhm.
Where does that put him in a ranking list? And what do you think that does for your love and marriage?
Well, you know what? Again, that psyche, right?
Yep.
we're
Confusion.
always talking about balance and harmony in the mind, body, spirit,
Hmm?
the emotional body. And yay, we can shift some of those things in our environment and that are going to have an effect on that. And then we also have to consider that, those bathrooms
Yep.
are very watery rooms as well. So, they're there as a utilitarian purpose
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
cleanse, clear bodily waste, all of those things. And we also want to ensure that the message I was getting this morning was in the bathrooms, and maybe it's somebody here listening, I don't know, uh, that you have a whole bunch of dead soldiers, as our friend Tara Catherine Collins likes to
Yep.
call them, dead soldiers in the bathroom. And that is in the shower, the bathtub area, maybe on the counter, all kinds of part bottles. There's a little bit of shampoo over here. There's a little bit of body wash. And, there's just a whole bunch of this dead soldiers standing around, taking up space and sucking up the good chi that's coming in there anyways. Last weekend, I was out to see my mama. She lives in a lodge, and I did some spring cleaning for her. And there were a lot of dead soldiers in
Hmm.
her bathroom. Mind you, she's 89 years old. She doesn't have great sight. She's sight impaired. But yeah, I mean, I took out a whole garbage bag of dead soldiers out of her bathroom. And in fact, it was so bad in there that I guess one day before I got there, one day last week, she was having crazy hair day, and my niece had come to see her and said, "Grandma, what's going on with your hair today? It doesn't look so good." And she says, "Well, I don't know. I was trying that new hair gel that, one of my other nieces had bought her. And instead of putting hair gel in her hair, she'd been putting hand cream,
Oh no.
right? And so,
Yep.
um, she was having crazy hair days because she had so many dead soldiers on her little space, on her little sink area, that she didn't know which one, oh, this is good, and she's sticking it in her hair.
So
Uh,
some ideas to help her
Funny.
then is setting things up in an order that she uses them.
Yeah.
You mentioned that she was vision impaired. If she could see a big letter, right? So then you get a marker and you put the letter on, or you put the numbers in order for her to use things. Like there's ways around everything, but having too many. So another similar and but not so funny story I heard recently about a woman, again, impaired. She was on her fourth or fifth eye surgery because she put eye drops in her eyes, and there was crazy glue where her
Mm.
eye drops were, and she didn't know she put crazy glue in her
Oh,
eyes.
yes. Hmm.
So things like that, that's serious. Like that's life-threatening stuff.
Well, and what the heck are, crazy glue doing in your bathroom and or bear spray? We had that recently. Um, we won't say who.
No.
In a bathroom drawer.
With Christmas
Yeah,
decorations, we might add.
for decoration. Yeah. So, further to that, I
Yep.
did actually do that. I put her hair stuff over here,
Mhm.
let her know exactly that it was over there. And there were some things I took she has felt markers, and if she sees red, she knows that that's for something. So I actually did put some uh,
Perfect.
red letters on
Yep.
some of her things in the bathroom with the felt marker. So that, yeah, yeah, if anybody sees Aldia out there with a crazy hair
Here.
day, then maybe let me know and I'll go, clean up her bathroom again.
But she was faced with decisions.
Hmm.
And why not right? You get flustered. I think it's really important that we started with the secondary entrances and the decisions. because we're making them all day long. Why don't we simplify this for ourselves?
Mhm.
If you've got, and they don't even have to be dead soldiers, completely empty bottles, but if you don't like that can of hairspray, if it's not working, if let it go, for goodness sakes, what are you hanging on to it for? Right? And
Mhm.
sometimes we just don't want to make that decision because we've had to make so many decisions that today's not the day to make it. Putting it off adds to the energy of indecisiveness. So that's rippling out in your daily environment. Doesn't matter where you are. Now you're in traffic and you have to make a decision, and you have to make a quick decision, but you haven't made decisions all day long, so you still don't want to make a decision, and you wind up stuck in traffic for an hour because you didn't make the decision to change lanes when your intuition was telling you to change lanes.
Aha.
Right? That ripple effect that goes out into our lives. So make the decisions in your home and make it as easy as possible
Mhm.
for yourselves, for your loved ones, and you can start in the bathroom, right? Where we usually start our day.
It's, you know what? It's your life, right? It's your life. Let's elevate it. Let's make it joy-filled. Let's make it let's just go with the flow. Let's
Exactly.
be happy. Uh, all of those things are possible when we start to look at our environment energetically. It's just amazing. I mean, we had some, I have to, before you do the numbers, I have
Yep.
to say, we just finished our 21-day decluttering boot camp,
Mm,
empowerment coaching call this past Wednesday.
yep.
And the holy shifts that happened I mean,
Everybody.
it just blew us away. Cheryl and I included. I mean, there were tears at the end of our coaching call in our private little group afterwards.
It
It
was a
was
holy shift
it was so
coaching call. It
profound.
really was.
So profound. So, really and truly, we would love to invite you all to join us. We're starting the next 21-day
Hmm.
decluttering boot camp February 5th. And
Wednesday.
get this, you can bring a friend for free, for no fee,
Yep.
2 for 1. And I also want to let you know that this will likely be the last 21-day decluttering boot camp we'll be offering at that price and until
The fall.
likely September. So I'm going to drop the link in. We'd love for you to join us. It's profound.
It
That's all I.
really is.
Okay.
Life changing. Okay. So I got that all the numbers total 10.
Ooh, new
So we
beginning.
can talk about one and we can talk about zero, or we can just talk about one. What do you want to do?
Is there a 10? No,
No.
just one. Okay, just sure, one.
One?
One.
One? Okay.
New,
So as
new
always, I
beginning.
refer to double digitology, Marilyn Harper, Joy Roby. All right. The one stands alone by itself. The shape of the digit is important in understanding its frequency. Remember that frequency equals energy, equals vibration, equals meaning. The one magnifies your intention to manifest a new project. It creates a flow for new beginnings. So, Taylor, if this has just been all about Taylor today. So if you have a project, event, or plan you have been thinking about for a while, it's time to get started on it. If a one has shown up, or if it's in your life path, we're not going to talk about life paths. You
Mhm.
can find out about that in here. And I'm getting the message that we need to talk about the zero. So,
Okay. Yeah, zero is life force energy.
zero, the meaning of zero is simple. It is source energy. Exactly. All right. So, hang on. I got to change the page because I'm on the wrong page. I took too many pages. All right. For example, if you are a 10, or we're talking about 10 anyway, then that is a 1 plus source. Everything with a zero or multiple zeros is a magnification of source. So you're never alone. Understand that.
Mm.
And if you want to read more, get the book.
Well, and when you just said 10, that reminds me, we often refer or we will ask people questions and say, how are you feeling? Right? You go to the
Yep.
doctor, you're not feeling well, and they'll say, how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being not so good and 10 being awesome and great.
Mm-hmm.
When we start our decluttering boot camp, we ask everyone, how are you feeling on a scale of minus
Minus
10
10.
to plus 10? And then we, do it again at the end. And the shift, it goes up
Yeah.
a bunch of notches. So again, when we can practice feng shui, look through our energetic eyes every day, have that conscious awareness, know what subliminal messages are being received and or sent through our environment, we have an opportunity to live on that scale of 0, right? 0, life force energy, bring it all the way up to a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yay! Thank
yay.
you all for joining us. Send us some love. Share this out with people. Hashtag replay if you want, or hashtag live if you're with us. Good morning to all that joined us. Thank you. And we will see you next week. Wrap it up, Anita.
Next week is Oracle Feng Shui Oracle card reading. We'll see you then. Bye for now, everyone. Have
Bye.
a fabulous 10 day. Make it a 10 day.
Make it a 10.